Hi, Kevin here. It's really cold outside, so for dinner tonight we're going to fix a hearty and delicious Pinot Grigio pea soup. Now, Pinot Grigio is a dry white wine. You can find it in any wine store. I love it in pea soup because the wine brings out the green earthiness of the dried peas. It also enhances the smokiness of the ham hocks, and it draws out the sweetness of the vegetables. All right, let me show you the ingredients. Now, you can vary the vegetables however you like. I'm using 5 medium-large carrots that I cut into slices about this thick, and 1 large onion that I diced, and I have 1 pound of cubed ham. This came from a ham steak and I just cut it into cubes. I have 1 smoked ham hock. So this is smoked, not salt cured. And I have 1 pound, that's 16 ounces, of dried green split peas, and some Pinot Grigio wine, some organic chicken stock, some dried thyme leaves, salt, pepper, and olive oil. All right, let's move over to the stove top so we can make the soup. All right, I'm going to prepare the soup in this 5-quart Dutch oven. And the first thing you want to add is the olive oil. And be sure to use a good extra virgin olive oil because the oil is there strictly for flavor. We're not actually going to saute any of the vegetables. I'm adding about 2 tablespoons here. Then add the carrots. And again, I'm using 5 carrots that I sliced on the bias. You could use fewer carrots. I just happen to love the taste of carrots in pea soup. Then add the large diced onion. And the diced ham. And again, that was 16 ounces of diced ham. It's actually cubed, not diced. And then the chicken stock, 4 cups. As you can tell, this is going to make a lot of soup, and that's a good thing because we love this pea soup. So it'll be great for leftovers. And then the 2 cups of Pinot Grigio. Now, let me tell you, you could use all Pinot Grigio and just omit the stock. Or you could do 3 cups of stock and 3 cups of wine. Yeah, it's really up to you. I find that I like the soup with, well, I like the soup with all white wine, but you might not. But you'll like this ratio here. 4 cups of stock, 2 cups of wine. And then we need the seasonings. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of table salt. And some grinds of black pepper. There's 5 grinds. And about 1 teaspoon of dried thyme leaves. Yeah, thyme and Pinot Grigio or even Sauvignon Blanc, they go really well together. And then the final seasoning is the smoked ham hock. But first I'm going to stir all of this. Just mix everything together. And then just bury the ham hock into the mixture. Okay, then bring this to a boil over high heat, and then when it achieves a boil, reduce the heat, cover the pot, and let the soup simmer for roughly 90 minutes. And when we get to that point, I'll come back. Now, would you believe that I forgot to add the key ingredient, the split peas? And again, this is 16 ounces of dried split peas. My spoon. This is live cooking. Okay, so I'll come back when this has achieved a boil. All right, the soup is bubbling away. So now lower the heat, cover the pot, and let the soup simmer quietly for 90 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to fix some croutons to go with the soup. All right, if you'd like to make some French croutons to go with your pea soup, you can do it this way. So what I have here is my cast iron skillet. You can use any skillet. And I have 1 tablespoon of butter. And to the butter, I'm going to add just a little glug of olive oil. Probably a tablespoon. And give this a swirl. And I have my skillet over medium heat. And then I have 8 slices that I cut from a really good French baguette. These are sliced about 1/4 inch thick. Okay, now when the foam subsides, I'm going to add the baguette slices. And by the way, I can't believe that I almost forgot to add the peas to the pea soup. I had all of my ingredients over here near my cooktop, except for the peas. They were behind me on the workstation. And when I turned off the camera and turned around, there were the peas. Okay, so the foam has pretty much subsided, so now add the baguette slices. And of course, you can do as many slices as you like. And then I'm going to let these turn golden brown and crisp. That's going to take about 3 minutes on each side, so I'll come back. All right, these are nice and brown, and of course they're very buttery, which is just how I like my croutons. So I'm going to let these brown on the other side, and then I will put them on a paper towel to drain. You can do the croutons way ahead of time. All right, we'll come back when the soup is ready. All right, the soup is done after 90 minutes, and my whole house smells, well, just wonderful. So I'm going to remove this ham hock. There really isn't much meat on this. It's really just used for flavoring the soup. So I'm not going to try to pick off any meat from it. And then, let me zoom in a little. Notice how the peas have this ragged look? Well, watch. If you give the soup a stir, the peas will magically puree themselves. And of course, after the soup cools, it tends to become very, very thick, which I really love, a thick pea soup. All right, I'm going to put this in a bowl, and then I'll show you what the dinner looks like. And here is the dinner. Here's the soup. Here's a crouton that I tucked into the bowl. Here are the other croutons. Here's a glass of the Pinot Grigio to accompany the dinner. And for dessert, some of that exquisite chocolate mayonnaise cake that I filmed for you the other day. And there is plenty of soup left over. We will probably get 6 to 8 meals out of this soup. And of course it freezes perfectly. It also refrigerates beautifully. All right, I'm going to try some of the soup, although I already know it's delicious because I've made it so many times in the past. Oh yeah, it's really something. Yeah, this soup is some kind of wonderful. I think that once you've tried pea soup with Pinot Grigio wine in it, you will never want any other kind of pea soup ever again. The wine really brings out the greenness of the peas and the sweetness of the vegetables and the smokiness of the ham. So please give this soup a try. The recipe is over on my website, so I will post a link to that recipe in the description box below. Please try this soup, and thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye for now.